Hey everyone, Mark Newstater with eXp Realty. It is April 1st, no fooling, and it's another weekly real estate update along with Jaden Bax from an Avenue Financial. Jaden, how's the wind up there in Crossfield today? Oh,
There we
Jaden
go.
is frozen.
I'm back.
You're back. How's the wind up there in Crossfield today?
It is windy. It had to go get my wife at work in Airdrie, and total dust storm going there.
Yeah, for sure. Windy down here in Calgary too, but another busy week in the real estate market. So let's take a look at our stats. Drum roll, please. So what we're going to do today is we're going to wrap up the raw data from March. We don't have our official Calgary Real Estate Board statement on it yet, but certainly we're going to give you some raw data. Here's our weekly stats. So again, new listings were, well, they're slightly above last week, but just slightly down from a couple of weeks ago at 526 on the detached side of things. Sold plus pending, we are at 743. Is that? No, that's not right. 783. There we go. See, I should have put my little bug in the corner of the screen.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously we're still in the place where the sellers of detached homes are in the driver's seat, and I'll give you a couple of anecdotal examples of that here shortly. Pendings were actually identical to last week. 32 expired, so not a huge jump there. Total detached listings of 2,078, so that is slightly up from the week before. Our total listings, including our detached, apartment, row townhouse, duplex, and semi-detached, 4,922, again, slightly up from the week before, but we are fully entrenched in our traditional spring market, and it's really been that way since early March. So not a surprise to see those listings where they are right now. So again, we are still seeing our solds and pendings really just battering new listings that are coming on the market. I just was reading some stats prior to getting on this Facebook Live or YouTube Live, and sellers are very much still in the driver's seat in the detached segment, especially kind of under 700,000 is that kind of sweet spot there. So let's now take a look at. We're going to remove that from the screen, and give me 1 second. Got to stop that first. All right. So we're going to go to our March stats, and here they are. So here are the March 2021 raw stats. And again, there's no official statement from Calgary Real Estate Board, but I think we know what they will be saying. So our total sales were up 147% from March 2020. It's actually kind of hard numbers to actually get your head wrapped around. Our active listings were down 7%. Now, this is what's interesting, and some people are going to say, well, how can new listings be up 83% and active listings down 7%? Well, that's because we had a big down, like between January and February, we had so few listings that the 83% increase in March only made it down from March 2020, if that makes sense. So we had a lot less listings than we did January, February, but now more listings, obviously, than we did in March 2020. But overall, we're still down 7% from March 2020 in total active listings. Pending, so get your head wrapped around this. Pending sales up 1,445% from March 2020. I mean, that's just hard to actually get your head wrapped around. On the detached side of things, sales were up 171%. Active listings were down 16%. The detached benchmark price up 5%. And our average days on market, check this out, 29 from 47 in March 2020. That's, a good 30-40% lower than we were in March 2020. So, and the reason that is because we get a lot of listings that are selling in a day and 2 days. So, I can just speak for myself, and the fact that I had 2 listings last weekend that one was sold. Well, they were both basically sold in 1 or 2 days. One was a firm sale, no conditions, and the other one was a conditional sale, not to the sale of the buyer's home, but, financing, home inspection, things like that. And actually 3. So between the last week and a half, I've had 3 listings, all of which have essentially sold in the day. The first one that came on up in Arbor Lake was sold in basically 12 hours. And then the people backed out because they actually hadn't seen the home in person. So please see the home in person. We know what you're talking about. I know it's tough because you got to go see the house the first day, try and get something on video, do the virtual tour, see all the photos, and, on the buying side. So, yeah, so super busy. And I heard a great comment today, Jayden. In this kind of market on the buying side, and when you're looking at detached homes, do not fall in love till you're engaged. I just love that comment. I love it because what that means is you're going to go see a lot of homes and you're going to write offers on homes, but don't fall in love till you have a firm sale or a firm purchase on that home, or at least a conditional purchase. And then you can start, falling in love. You'll get the ring, and then it's a great way of thinking about it on the detached side of things. So, very, very busy. And again, I want to stress these are stats that are overall in the detached segment. There are segments of the market that are still very slow, and that is kind of north of 1 million, 1.2 million in those areas. Still very much a buyer's market on that side of things. But that's the stats, a busy week, and we're continuing to rock and roll. We have 3 listings coming on the market tomorrow. Actually, it's going to be 2 conditional purchases this week for our buyers. So just continue to be very, very busy, but never busy enough to have time for all of you guys out there on Facebook and friends and family. So anyway, I'm done talking, Jayden. I'm tired. What do you got this week?
That comment about getting engaged first. It is really interesting because I've had clients out there that were so disappointed that they missed out on the house that they, it was a perfect house for them. That was the house. And then 5 days later, we were firm on the actual house, right? So, there's maybe it seems like there's not a lot on the market. Maybe it seems like all the good ones are going, but there's new ones every day. There's a lot of different action going on out there. I think the best thing is, and we're saying it to all our clients right now, that's Jayden, what is my next step? I've gotten you all my documents. I've gotten my pre-approval. What's my next step? And I say, find a house with Mark and put in an offer. That's the step. Like you find that house, put in an offer, right? Because things are going quickly, and people want to know that you're serious about the place, and we've done the work already. We've prepared you to financially to be able to make that offer. So go in and make the offer. Yeah, exactly. I think we would very much say that both Jayden and I are not high pressure guys. We're building that relationship, that trust with our clients first. But we're also realists too. I'm not doing my clients any favors if I'm not letting them know what's going on in the market, right? I mean, homes selling in a day, homes selling in 2 days. We had clients this week, Jayden and I both, and when she wanted to go look at homes, like, sorry, that one's CS, that one's CS, that one's CS, but they ended up finding a home that they absolutely love at a price that works for them. They didn't have to get into competing offers, so there's still pockets of the market, depending on what you're looking for, that are not in competing offers, but certainly on the fully detached side of things, it's definitely a lot more challenging that way for sure. Yeah, and we're seeing the rates are starting to come back down slowly again. A lot of kind of Easter quick close specials. So if you need to be in a place in the next 60 days, you're probably going to see sub 2% interest rates on a 5-year fixed again.
Mm-hmm.
And that's we just kind of seeing pressure for that to continue to come down slightly over the next little bit. It's funny the way the mortgage world works. Up very quickly and then down slowly again afterwards, right? So
you take their time.
Yeah, exactly. But there's still great deals to be had out there. I'm reviewing people's mortgages from 2 years ago that are at 3.24, and they were absolutely over the moon at the time, right? And it's just the market is what the market is, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, that kind of puts a wrap on it for this week. So, again, March stats were through the roof again. Our weekly stats are still showing that new listings are still trailing behind the sales and pendings, just like the Calgary Flames most nights trailing behind. We won't talk about that, but yeah, if you're looking to buy, obviously, as we keep harping about, it's super important that you go through the process with me. We do a video call. We really nail down your wants and needs, the areas you're looking at, and then get out, look at homes, get pre-approved, and make an offer. And on the listing side, I mean, sooner the better. We got homes, literally on the market in a couple of days this week to take advantage of what's going on. So certainly do not hesitate to give either of us a call if there's anything that we can help you with. So with that, Jaden, you have a great Easter weekend. Enjoy some time off with the family, and we will talk to you next week.
Yeah, you too, buddy.